Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is Sarah Maceo. I'm the CRM specialist here at the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. In our previous video, we covered how to update your company's information using the GMCVB partner Extranet to update your profile. And in this video, we're going to show you how to update your company contacts. And I want to remind you about our Extranet login page. The link is right here on your screen, http://partners.miamibeaches.com/partner-login. And that is actually the page that we're going to be using to log in my example in just a moment. And just as another reminder, you can download how-to guides at www.tinyurl.com/GMCVB partner extranet. So for this example, I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and access the login page. Again, partners.miamibeaches.com/partner-login, or you can also find that page on our website, miamibeaches.com, and then if you click on Partners at the top and then Partner Login, that will get you to the same location. Now, I'm frequently asked, how can I see my company information on the website? And the way that you can do that would be to find yourself on our website, either by using the Where to Stay if you're a hotel, or Things to Do, or if you're a business service partner, then you can find yourself by using the Business Services link here at the bottom to search for yourself. So as an example, if I click on Where to Stay, you can either search by areas and amenities, prices, or keyword. So just as an example, if I type in the word Marriott, click search, make it easy so we know we'll end up with something. All right, so here's our first option, and then to see the details of the listing, we would click here. And everyone has what's called a detailed listing, and here is what it is with all of this company special offers and amenities along the right-hand side. All right. So now going back to the partner login page, we're going to use our credentials to log in, remembering that the password is case sensitive. And if by any chance you have misplaced your password, you can give me a call or send me an email, and I'll be happy to get that information to you. Once you've logged in, you're here at the home screen where you can make all of your selections. And one of the options is going to be called Update Company Contacts. And if you click on that, it'll take you directly into the company contacts listing. And a little explanation here at the top as far as what we're looking for. A lot of people ask me what types of contacts they should be adding into the system. And my answer would be we would require a contact for each of these areas. And it may not be somebody who has that specific title, but certainly someone with equal responsibilities. So first thing I'd like to point out is that in this section we have three options. We have Add New, Open, or Delete. And actually I'm going to go ahead and do Delete first because that's always the one people ask me about, and it's actually the simplest one to do. So in order to make a deletion, you would need to make a selection by highlighting the row. I'm going to use this one as an example. And now you can see that the line I've selected has a slight gray highlight. And now that that's been highlighted, all you have to do is click on the delete link, and it'll say you're about to delete the record. Do you wish to delete it? Just to make sure. And if you click OK, it will tell you the deletion you've submitted has been emailed to the GMCVB. As I told you before in our previous videos, all of the changes that are made on the GMCVB partner Extranet go through an internal approval process to make sure that they haven't been made in error, and so in this case it's a deletion, so we're going to go ahead and review that on our end. Our internal approval process takes less than 2 business days, and sometimes just depending on the backlog it may just take a couple of hours. Totally depends. And so when we are reviewing the deletion, we're going to make sure it's not a billing contact or a lead recipient contact or something of that nature. If your change is approved, you will not be notified. You will only be notified if your change is not approved. And in the case that it is not approved, we will call you or email you, and we will find out the answer to our question with regard to why we wouldn't be able to approve the record. So from here, if you click OK, now you're back in the contacts area, and you can continue by either adding a new record by clicking on the Add New, or you can make a selection like I just did earlier by clicking on someone and selecting the Open link, or you can just click on the person's first name as well and the record will open for you. So as you can see, it opened up this record with all this person's information. You can close it out if you don't have any changes, but we're going to go ahead and click on Add New. Whoopsie, I apologize for that. Let's not add new. Let's go ahead and select one that already exists and make our changes from there. All right, so we'll select one and click Open. And here is all the information for the person. Now, it starts at the very top with a prefix. First name, last name, very self-explanatory, the person's title. And here's where you can assign them their own username and password to use on the GMCVB partner Extranet. We ask that the username is the person's email address. So in this case, I would simply copy and paste and make that the same thing. And I'll type in the password. And remember again that the password is case sensitive. Now, one more important thing to note is that even though I've assigned this person a username and password, that username and password will allow a person to log in. However, if they don't have the appropriate permissions set up, they won't be able to do anything. So a little bit further down on the screen in this area is where you'll find the web permissions, and I'll explain that in just a moment. Your phone number, fax, email, the same address checkbox, which indicates that this person has the same address as the company that this record belongs to. So if the company's address ever changes and if this checkbox is checked off, the contact will be updated automatically. Below that, you have the option of listing this person either as a partnership contact or the billing contact, partnership being this person answers account-related questions and the billing contact receives the bills. And now down to those web permissions. So if the person has all access rights, then I would just recommend for you to give the web permissions on the left. And if the person can only view, then I would just give them everything on the right. So it just depends on you and what you're going to be assigning this person. If a person has only view permissions, then they'll be able to log in and see all of the options, and they'll be able to see all the data, but they won't be able to make any changes. And finally, at the bottom is a list of contact types, and what we're asking for here is for you to identify for us what type of contact this person is. So again, we're not looking for an exact match in title, but we're just looking for something that broadly describes what this person's responsibilities are. And once you've entered that information, just click on the Submit button, and again, you'll be prompted that your changes have been submitted. So again, we're waiting for those changes to go through the approval process. And until that takes place, you're still going to either not see the person in this list if you just added them, or the deletion will still be in this list as well if you deleted something and that hasn't been approved yet. Okay? So once you're finished here, you can either go back to the Return to Main Menu link, or you can log out or access a related partner. And once again, I thank you very much for joining me. And I'm going to take you back to our screen here so I can put my contact information back up and you can see it. As you can see here, my email address is sarah@gmcvb.com, or you can give me a call at 305-539-3059 with any additional questions that you may have. Thank you very much and have a great day.